Howdy friends, Tadas here with Insomniac Next Door. I am not sure whether this is an update video or a self-journaling from now on, but it's end of August 2017. Some of you have asked me how I was doing, and I'm curious to keep track. And I have to say I'm very curious also to receive your comments and similar stories. It makes me feel like we're all part of this journey, that it's not a lonely trip, and it's something worth spending the time sharing over the net here. So real quick, as far as my condition overall, things seem to be slowly, very gradually improving, but with very many ups and downs. Mostly with, of course, sleep. By now, I've realized and learned that it all started for me, my whole health issues with sleep, and I think this is going to be the last thing that will resolve, because it seems like I'm going backwards slowly with the symptoms that I started with. And it's not happening by itself. I'm putting a lot of work into dealing with my condition. Everything from Chinese medicine, pretty much on my own devices. I've bought a few different consultations, hired a few different consultants over the internet, over Skype, tongue analysis, symptoms analysis, all kinds of stuff. So overall, I'm doing okay with Chinese herbal formulas, but I'm experimenting so much. I mean, I think I'm becoming my own master herbalist here, and I I feel like I'm discovering it myself, making lots of mistakes and crashing in the same way, and making notes as far as what works, what doesn't. Qigong has been one of the most wonderful, most sustainable, I would say, paths to recovery. And it's a very simple Qigong. You know, sometimes I suggest like you have to do this, you have to try it. Come on, you know. And people say I just don't have the strength for it with my adrenal fatigue and so on. I started Qigong when I was run down. I was ready to jump off the bridge. Seriously. I probably never would. I'd do everything I can till I probably die trying, right? Never give up. But I started Qigong when I was really at my worst, and I saw my condition slowly improving. And these are two very simple practices. One is the standing tree meditation. The other one is where you just sit and collect qi at a lower dantian, so-called, in your belly center. So I'll talk about it more if you're interested. Third thing has been, very few select minerals, vitamins. As you see in most of my reports on the blog, insomniacnextdoor.com, you'll see me using less and less minerals and amino acids and so on, because they're just a temporary fix. They're not really digging deep at the root of the cause, and most of the time, create more disbalance. So, long story short, my sleep is still, if I'm not experimenting too much with my herbs, I fall asleep all right, but then religiously I wake up 3 hours later, and it's 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock at night, and I feel a little bit of like restlessness. I know it's liver time according to Chinese medicine, so it's definitely my liver working, going through things, and I haven't resolved that mystery yet. I have a few different versions as to what's going on, but so far I don't want to speculate. And I know because of the adrenal fatigue, I also had heat issues later at night at 4. So if I am not careful with certain herbs that tip me into more of the hot stage, then I will wake up at 4 and will hardly ever not ever, but I mean hardly will fall asleep again. So I'm still struggling with that, but I feel like I wake up more rested, and I wake up more rested because I recorded the video, because I really look at this now, take this very seriously. This Chinese medicine that talks about where the heart rests in the, I mean, where your spirit rests in the heart. That means basically your heart is a hub center, a nervous center, and if you take care of the heart, you'll sleep much better, because usually it's either heat rising or something else disturbing your heart, and it won't let you rest at night. So it still feels like a long journey, but I feel like my digestion is kicking up. One of the things I'm experimenting also is CBD oil. That's my friend led me onto it, who had Lyme's disease. And I feel there's definitely effect, very slow on my overall digestion and nervous system is calming down. One of the theories I'm working with, that this is an overactive sympathetic nervous system that's really screwed up my entire digestion and my neurotransmitters, so on. So I'm basically focusing on that too. Just calm everything down as much as I can with Qigong practices, with herbs. Really look into, I mean, just really manage the stress level. And be religiously about routine, you know. I mean, just I don't mess with it. Birthdays, celebrations, carnival, I don't care. I'm in bed 10:30 latest, and it's been one of the most helpful things. So I still feel like I got ways to go. My fatigue overall from my I had to project my voice harder. It's probably has to do something with spleen deficiency. It's still there. I can't tonify the spleen too much because it seems to exacerbate things for me. I feel like you know, my palpitations come back, irregular heartbeat if I tonify the whole digestion too much with herbs. So it's a fine balancing act. I keep experimenting. It's crazy. That's all I do. My life is one big ass experiment, you know. So. So definitely the fatigue is still there, but slowly improving. Qigong is helpful, especially if I do twice a day, a session in the morning, session in the evening. I feel differently those days. I definitely do. So when I find a stable formula as well, I do better. But then I start experimenting more because I get impatient, and I want to heal even faster. But by now I've read so many stories, so I wouldn't say that many, but quite a few people contacted me overall through my blog, insomniacnextdoor.com, or through YouTube, that I know you guys are going through very similar things and trying the most crazy stuff out there. Most crazy stuff. I'll share some of these things with you. So overall, that's about it. This is where I find myself. I wake up more rested right now. I don't have that kind of debilitating fatigue anymore. I still have to glue my sleep into 3 episodes at night, which is, I'm fine with that if I can function during the day. I think my body has adjusted to also crazy sleep patterns like this as well, thanks to our evolutionary system of that our body has to adapt to stressors and various life conditions, so to speak. So come back and leave a comment how you're doing and what you're dealing with. Visit the blog. I write quite a few posts now, more posts and videos, just basically because I can focus and research things better. So I invite you to visit that and leave a comment as well. insomniacnextdoor.com. So that's it for now, and I hope I will record another video if you're interested in these in just another couple of weeks. So sleep well for now, and if you're not, then know that someday we'll take care of all this. We'll fix this. Bye.